Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones mod Let's Play. So, in the last episode, the war with the wildlings took a pretty bad turn for us. Basically, they were able to come south of the wall because of a large mistake on my part, and took the capital. Now they are aiming to break our army. And so I was hoping to meet them at the Dreadfort where we would get a pretty hefty defensive bonus. However, I've noticed that they are going to arrive in Overton on the 12th of January, and I won't be getting to the Dreadfort until the 24th of January, so we're going to be fighting them here whether we like it or not. So I'll probably stop them moving, just because there's no point. I mean, obviously this is going to happen whether I like it or not. But if they win this war, this could spell the end of the Raventree dynasty. We were able to become, Lords of the North, but we got a little bit too greedy, and we tried to press north of the wall, and boy was that a mistake. This may have ended up happening anyways, because the wildlings are constantly, attacking the wall anyways, and the Night's Watch is constantly falling. In this case, they fell for good and were completely conquered. And the only real difference would have been that we did lose a lot of men taking Craster's Keep or trying to besiege it. And so those men could have been the difference in the ensuing battles that we've had. I don't know if that would be the case or not, but it is something to think about. However, this battle is going to happen. We are outnumbered, and we will not be getting any sort of defensive bonus from fighting in Overton, so it looks like they might win. That should be enough war score for them to enforce their demands on me, and I'm thinking that that will probably put us in a subservient position to them or just kick us out completely, in which case we would either lose outright or we would be set back pretty substantially to the point where I would say, maybe let's just re-roll another playthrough. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. I would just like to point out, if you're enjoying our playthrough thus far, go ahead and hit that like button if you want to see more, and don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow, and the best way to follow along with my playthrough, or any playthrough for that matter, as it continues. We won that battle, and I was too busy talking to even catch that. I don't know how we won that battle. It was extremely close. Like, extremely close. They still have about the same number that we do. So let's see what happens. We're going to move to the Dreadfort. And I'm not sure what they're going to do. Okay, so they're retreating back to probably Carhold. We're going to need to reclaim a lot of this lost territory. And that's really the only way we can recoup this. If we can get the capital back and then Weeping Bay and whatnot, we might be able to turn things around here. But they still have roughly the same number of men that we do, and I really have no way of supplementing that number. I can't call up any more troops. I could try disbanding my army and recalling it, and that might net me a few more. But that would leave me defenseless in the meantime, and I wouldn't be able to call up any of my own. At least not the ones from Carhold, which could be a substantial portion. So that is another issue. I'm not sure, to be honest. We can't afford mercenaries, so let's work on Weeping Bay first, and we'll go from there. Unfortunately for us, we gained some piety. They are being reinforced by 3 soldiers per month. I think we're being reinforced slightly faster than that because this is our home province. But I could be wrong. It's not telling me, which concerns me. It makes me believe that we're probably not getting anything. This should go pretty quickly. And then we have to figure this situation out. They are going to get a defensive bonus, so I don't think we can outright attack them there. Let's see, meanwhile they're trying to besiege East Harbor. So what do I do? Oh, I'm keep forgetting we're playing as Jojen Raventree now as well. Let's see, unmarried heir. Why did it take me to her? Yeah, she died in combat, that's right. Incapable or non-human? Oh, yeah, that's right. So, our regent, our sister, basically said that we were, like, mentally insane or something. This happened in the last episode, but it's been a while since I've recorded, so I was drawing a blank on some of this until I saw that. So, essentially, we had made Lady Jane the regent, and she said that Jojen Raventree was like either an imbecile or insane or something like that. And so they basically threw him in the mental asylum or whatever the medieval low fantasy equivalent is in this case. And she's effectively ruling for us. But as she's not the player character, that sort of handicaps my ability to do things. Ooh, they are being reinforced by a pretty large force there. I could try to cut them off, and that would be potentially doable. Let's see, if I send them, I would get there on the 2nd. They would get there on the 6th, so I would beat them there. And we could potentially defeat them. That would keep this army from getting any more reinforcements, but that would set me back in my number of men. I just don't see a way for us to defeat this army. They're going to have a defensive bonus there. I guess I could sort of let them keep doing what they're doing in the hopes that eventually attrition will take its toll, because they are constantly fighting or maintaining sieges. They're not necessarily fighting. The thing is, I don't know how much war score I can afford to lose. If they take this whole province, that might add up to 100. So, I'm just going to go for this. We'll see if it works. But I really have no way of supplementing the strength of this army, so I have to kind of just make do with these 5,100 men that I have. Let's see. I think, luckily for us, a lot of it is that heavy infantry? Yeah, so they're pretty sturdy. Like, it's not a terrible army that we've got here, but oh, they're just gonna stop there. They realize we're gonna beat them there, so we'll just go after them then. We just don't want these two armies meeting up, and we are slowly being reinforced because that number went up by 12, I think, 12 or 22. Yeah, and it continues to go up. Of course, it's going to go down now, but not by all that much. We lost less than 100 men in that victory. Let's close these. We're going to pursue them. We cannot let them reunite with this army. And I need to keep an eye on that number and see if it's going up or down. Oh, they're going to retreat right to this army. Great. I can try doing that. I don't think they're going to really care. No, yeah, that's not going to work. So it looks like it is going up ever so slightly. Yeah. And it just went up a big thing there. So actually defeating them made it easier for them to reinforce, because then they got to retreat freely back to Carholt. So that didn't work in my favor. I wish I could see what their army comps. Oh, it's right there, of course. So let's see. Mostly light infantry, but there are a decent amount of archers in there. I'm wondering if we can beat them despite their superior numbers solely because of troop quality, because our troop quality is significantly better. Most of my army is heavy infantry. Most of theirs is light infantry. I also have a lot more cavalry than they do, but they have a lot more archers than I do. Honestly, I think we should just throw our guys at them and see what happens. Is there anybody who would be a better general? Like, any improvements I can make to this force? You know what, Walder, why don't you step in? Oh wait, you were on the left flank. Let's see. No, I don't think there is. So Damon, you stay where you are. Alright, let's do this. Hopefully troop quality wins the day here. They do get a slight defensive bonus, but there's really no way for me to uproot them. Looks like Jonas died. I wonder what of. Oh, natural death at 56. Okay. Well, he'll be missed. We need a new Justicar, and it looks like our Aunt Serena is going to be the best choice for that. And I don't know what to have her do at the moment. Let's just have her maybe fabricate claims on like this for now. Okay, so we're no longer ill, but that doesn't matter because we are incapable. So we're not ruling anyways. If he dies, it makes no difference. Actually, who's our heir currently? Our heir is our sister. Got it. Oh, we are getting decimated. So that didn't go over very well. Yeah. That did not go very well at all. We did kill a pretty considerable number of them, though. So what I'm going to try to do here is we're going to disband this army. And, oh, they were successful there. My lord, an enemy host approaches, intent on encircling the castle. What should we do? Should probably make them hold out. Yeah. Let's just try to draw this out. I'm going to disband this army as soon as I can. Oh, that didn't take very long. As soon as I can, we'll disband this army, and then we're going to call the army back up in whatever capacity we can, and hopefully that leaves us with slightly more than them. Because I think on even footing we can defeat them, but when they're dug in, we're not going to win unless we have vastly superior numbers. I don't... That's so weird. Your father's asking you permission. We gain piety or we lose piety. I can't really afford to lose him, though. He's one of my generals. Could you wait a little bit, perhaps? Like, maybe not in the middle of a war? I'm going to say no for now. We'll take the piety that we just lost back, at least to some degree. So we'll disband these guys. And then I should be able to call up... Let's see... Yeah, just call everybody up. And then everyone available needs... Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Needs to meet in Lonely Hills. Hopefully that's far enough away. We can move it to like Last River or something if that's a bit dangerous. You know what? We'll go Winterfell. How about that? That should be sufficiently far enough. And that's literally everybody, right? I'm not missing anyone. Because I always miss one. And then, like, you guys can just combine your forces. Alright. So, we have, like, 200 more men than they do. We'll see if this is enough. If it's not, then we're pretty much out of luck at this point. The only other thing I can really think to do is just try to wait them out. We are still making money despite having all of our levies raised. So one thing that we could do is just wait until this ticks up high enough to hire some mercenaries. However, we are still in debt. So I can't afford to go completely bankrupt because we'll end up in a war with the Iron Bank anyways. So, in a pretty tough spot here. In a pretty tough spot. And nobody south of the neck seems to care that the wildlings have breached the wall. Or at least crossed over it. They haven't necessarily breached it, it's still there. But yeah. No reinforcements from the south. You know what? At this point, go for it, dude. She has been nothing but manipulative. So, if somebody gets rid of her, I don't mind. Well, I don't know that I'm even allowed to... Am I allowed to arrange my own marriage? I'm surprised at this point if I can do anything, because... Interesting, we can go like the incestuous route. We can marry our aunt? That is really weird. Like if it were a cousin, you know, fine, but... That just seems weird. Like, it's not only within your family, but it's like a prior generation. Like, I don't know, that just seems really weird that that's even an option. I'm not really seeing anybody that's jumping out to me, though. And frankly, this might all be for naught, because if we can't kick the wildlings out, then it's pretty much game over anyways. She's a beast of a character. Unfortunately, she's probably too old for a 14-year-old. Not seeing like anybody that's really jumping out here. She's a hunchback. I don't want to risk that being passed on to their children. And she's also a terrible steward. Pretty good character, but way too old. This is kind of tough. It's really like nobody that's standing out. Or even just anybody that doesn't look like a terrible character. I mean, he's no prize himself, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna set our sights low. You know what? She's pretty solid for a 7-year-old. She is actually fantastic for a 7-year-old, so let's do it. We'll lose a bunch of prestige for that, but frankly, I don't care. So where are they headed? We need to meet them somewhere where we'll have a defensive bonus, and Winterfell, unfortunately, is not that place. So, let's see. Everybody join forces. You guys are going to High Point, and you'll be there on the 24th, so in 3 days. That would give us a defensive bonus, however... You know what? We might get a defensive bonus solely from the river being present. But I don't want to take that risk. We'll go to Ironwrath. I want them to come after me. So hopefully we get there first. Let's make sure we're going to get there first. They're going to get there on the 19th. Okay, we'll beat them by a little over a week. Oh, perfect. Good. Peasant revolts happening during our very desperate war to not be conquered by the wildlings. Who is fighting it? These guys? Okay, we'll deal with you shortly. Are they trying to take Winterfell? Where are you headed? They're going back to High Point. I have no idea what their plan is here. Can we beat them to High Point? 29th, 9th. No, we can't. So stay there. I was just curious because there is a defensive bonus there. Oh crap. 14th of June. No, they're gonna get there first. I should have gone to Lonely Hills. Because they're gonna join up with this army now, and then they'll have a stronger force again. Just can't seem to win. Looks like we're leaving about, what was it, 400 men on the table? That kind of sucks. Where are you headed now? I thought they would just meet in the middle. Well, we're starting to run out of time. I was hoping to resolve this war today, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So let's just start moving through here. They're going to join up, but we need to fight them on the defensive anyways, so it doesn't really matter if they have a couple more guys than we do, so long as we're fighting on our terms and not theirs. Looks like they want to besiege Eastmelt. And that actually, if we were going to attack, that wouldn't be a terrible place to do it, because they're not going to get any sort of bonus. It says all selected armies will cross water to reach this province, though, and that's not something that we want. So let's head to Lonely Hills, and we'll see if that's still the case. I don't know why, like, it's down the middle. I shouldn't have to cross water to get to, like, this part of the province. Well, hopefully it doesn't say the same thing from here. No, okay, so we wouldn't have to cross water to attack from that direction. But if we fail this attack, we basically lose. Because there's really no other troops for us to call on at this point. Unless I can try to disband again and get these extra guys from our vassals here. And then of course there's whatever is happening to the south. I don't know if he even has enough to besiege anything. No, he doesn't. So he's just going to sit there and raid it. And it looks like we are going to lose. Only just, but we are going to lose. We actually killed more of them than they killed of us. So that wasn't too terrible, actually. We could pretty much just keep doing that until one army is completely depleted. Wow, okay. Dude, you were like the worst rebel ever. I didn't even do anything and you lost. Can I just execute him? Yeah, no traitors. I mean, I should do it, but I don't know that, like, this kid is capable, but sure. Alright, so we're headed to Dawn Forest. We just need to make sure that they don't get any more reinforcements. And also, if they get any more war score, we're pretty much done. I'm hoping we can end this today, though. I want to finish this today, one way or the other. At least we've gotten like a full episode out of it. But if this is the last episode of this playthrough, so be it. I prefer to resolve it today. Oh look, they lost some men. If they, well, they're not going to stay in Eastmelt. That's for damn sure. I think they're retreating. Maybe they know that they can't defeat us. They're not taking attrition, so I don't know what the deal is. But they are retreating. So I could potentially just take everything back. That seems... Oh, they're meeting up with this army. Okay. Can you follow them to Brandon's Gift? Because if we can hold them there, then we can win. And their army is only slightly bigger than ours. So we'll see. I don't know why they're headed that way. Maybe they're at war here. Oh, crap. There's some sort of revolt happening. Okay. So, who does this army belong to? I don't know, but they are currently... Okay, so there's a lot of infighting happening here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reclaim our territory in the meantime. So we're going to go take Carhold back. And then we'll probably march everything that we have left up to the wall and just do our best to hold it. But they seem more concerned with the other wildling provinces and not so much with ours, so I'm just going to take advantage of that. We got a couple minutes left, so let's just kind of see how this plays out. But it looks like we're going to live to fight another day here, as close as it is. The problem is the line of succession at this point is just completely... I don't know. Like, you are just an awful, terrible character. I don't know how you ended up so bad, to be honest. I guess because he's declared incapable is what's really hurting him here. But still, I mean, those are -6. A lot of these are zeros. That means that he's got 6 or less in that stat. He still has like one more trait to go before, you know, he turns 16. He'll get his educational trait or whatever. But he's not a very good character, so hopefully the children take after his betrothed and not him, because boy would we be in trouble. And he needs to have a son or we'll be in trouble as well. I'm really curious what's happening up here, because that completely saved us. Interesting. So where are these guys based out of is what I want to know. Not up there. Like, I don't see a particular province other than this one that looks like it's from a separate kingdom. Yeah, I don't know. I do find it a bit cheap that they seem to have like unlimited numbers of troops to call on. Because obviously we were fighting them to pretty much a standstill. Let's see. So he's getting all of these? Oh, never mind. He has a chance to gain each one. Hopefully it's something fairly decent. Intricate web weaver, so he gains some intrigue. Which doesn't matter because it is still offset by everything else happening. So he's basically just zeros across the board and a little bit of learning. Where did we lose? Oh, we had previously had a claim on that. So they came back. I wonder if they were victorious up there. That doesn't bode well for us. Let's see, is there any sort of... Okay, so they will have an uphill battle if we hold them there. Of course I'll attend. It's not like I've got anything better to do since my family thinks I'm crazy. Okay, so they're still fighting it out. Good. But it does look like they're coming for me. That or they're just going to camp in Last River. But we'll see. I imagine they'd probably want to come crush my army. So, yep, here they come. I guess one way or another, it's going to end right here. The funeral. Okay. So, can my 5,000 beat their 7,000? I think our troop quality, again, is slightly better. And we do have a defensive bonus. So will that be enough? I mean, I don't know if our troop quality is better. I assume it is based on what their previous army comp was. Yeah, it's got an awful lot of light infantry there. No, we got crushed. Okay, so that's pretty much that then. We were defeated. Somebody wants to come join our court, but they want a bunch of gold to do it, so they can piss off. And I think this is pretty much it. We'll probably have one more episode of just trying to figure out how to get out of this, but I don't really see a way out of this. They seem to be like toying with me though. They should just come crush my army. That's all they have to do. Or I guess one more victory anywhere. You know what, let's keep running. This might be a little bit of a longer episode, but they literally only have to take one more thing to end this war, and so I kind of want to just like let it die here, if that's the course it's going to take. Of course I don't know that, but I'd prefer to kind of find out. Did you die? What happened to you? Or did I die? No, I would have gotten a bunch of other stuff. He's not dead. I don't know where he went. Are they just abandoning me? Oh, I think the war ended. Something happened. Let's check it out. I have no idea what happened there. Let's appoint a new castellan. I guess we'll have you do it. You can oversee this province, even though it's not ours anymore. And this battle should decide the war. No. Oh, I think we inherited something. Yeah, we must have inherited something. But what? Oh, we won. What a surprise. No, please stop. Can we just, like, if we're gonna lose, can we just lose already? I'm sick of this back and forth. Alright, well, I don't know what's happening here. A lot of stuff is going down, so I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna try to pause, if it'll let me. And we're gonna end the episode here, and we'll come back with another one, try to figure this mess out. It looks like we, again, might be able to hold them off. They're probably going to head north and come back with a few thousand more men. I inherited 2 provinces. I didn't have a chance to see what they were. So we got to figure out like what we're in charge of at this point. We'll figure it out next time. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.